How's it going, guys? You're watching the Nomadic tool review. Gonna try to be quick here because I've got a lot to try to cover and don't have a lot of memory on my phone. So I want to go over these two tools, my experience with them, and things I've changed since I've been using them a little bit. So first, the bit ratchet, this Klein bit ratchet. I did not get mine with the 1/4" hex to 1/4" square adapter because I bought them in a set and it did not come with that. So I just took one of the other 1/4" hex to 1/4" square adapters I had, cut it down so it would fit flush in there, and it makes it a little more compact. One thing I have noticed about this that's negative is there isn't a whole lot of a detent on this selector switch, and when you're running it with your fingers on that thumb wheel, it's really easy to get your index finger down far enough to bump that selector, and now it'll get all jammed up in the center. And I was doing some radiator hoses on my car today, and I bumped that multiple times because it does not take much pressure when you run it like that. Just get in there and bump it, and it's all jammed up, and now it's going the other way. So unfortunately the radiator hoses weren't the complete problem. I have to do the whole radiator tomorrow, and there's a lot of 10mm on there, so I will be using this a lot more, so I'll get a little better idea of how bad it is. But for something this small, the reason I got it is confined spaces. Confined spaces, you're much more likely to bump that. So we'll see if I can work around it. I want to make this work, but I'm just not sure with how easy that is to bump, so we'll see. So the jury's still out on that guy. The bit driver, I have multiple other bit drivers. I have this little stubby Viha, full-size Vera. Neither of these have bit storage in them. That's my preference. If I want a bit driving handle, I want to put the bit in it, and I just want this handle to be that. One of the things I did not like about this, I'm bumping my camera. One of the things I didn't like about this was you had all the bits in here plus an extra one in the driver. I don't want to keep a bit in my bit drivers. That doesn't make sense to me. If let's put this KC tool bit in here, like, this doesn't make sense to me. If I need a P2 Phillips, I'm going to grab a P2 Phillips. I have stubby Phillips. I have full-size Phillips. If I need a Phillips, I'm going to grab a Phillips. The benefit for this, for me, is something that's small, that's adjustable, that has bit options on board if I need them. So what I did was I took out the 1 and 2 square drive, because pretty much nothing I work on has square drive. There's only one thing that I could work on that has square drive. I have a dedicated square drive for that. I also have square drive bits if I need that, and I have bit drivers. If I'm going to have a tool like this, I don't need square drive on board. I'm never going to use them. So I took those two off, and I took the Phillips out and put it back in here. So I have 1, 2, 3 Phillips. I have the 2 flatheads, and then I took T25 Torx and cut it down so it fit in here. This is just a cheap bit that comes with bulk packs of screws. I wasn't going to cut down one of my good ones. I just wanted something in here. But a T25 Torx, the 3 Phillips, and the 2 flatheads, that should cover most of the type of screw fasteners that I'm going to come across. It's adjustable. I'm thinking about this as more of a car kit type thing, more self-contained. The one thing I don't like about this, that I experienced in a few times I used it, is the rotation of this bit storage. It has loosened up quite a bit since I got it. And the thing is, if I'm holding a screwdriver, if I'm getting I want to put a lot of torque on it, you're going to hold it like that. But most of the time you're just using a screwdriver and you're holding it like this. That's why Vera makes their handles like this, because that's how you normally hold a screwdriver. Even little stubbies, you're going to hold them like that. When you hold this like that, you got a couple of fingers around the outside, but most of your contact is here on your palm, which is on the bit storage. And I noticed when I was putting a lot of torque on this, instead of turning the screwdriver, my hand was slipping and rotating on that bit storage. And if I really want to get torque on it, I had to hold it sideways and do that. But for a stubby helps in confined spaces. What doesn't help in confined spaces is trying to go in like that. You want to be able to kind of fish in like this. So it doesn't, for like low torque applications, this is fine, but you're really only gripping with these fingers and your thumb. You can't count on the grip you're getting back here by pressing it into your palm, because this rotates, which I don't like. That's why before this, the drivers I had were dedicated non-bit holding drivers. But I still think it'd be good for a car thing, just to be able to have that selection of bits. But anyways, just wanted to show those and the struggles I've been having with them. We'll update further, particularly on this guy, because I'll be using him a lot tomorrow. So yeah, thanks for watching. Take care. I'll see you in the next one. See ya.